Do I look like a guy that can count? Once the industries number hits 620, I know I'm in a good spot. So you know how much fun it was building up the city in Banished, and this just pisses in the face of that one? Because there is no fun to be had here in the city building. It's just something you do. It's like purgatory. What did you do at university if you didn't learn to count? Mathematics isn't about counting, come on. Let's not be unrealistic here. Alright, I'm fast approaching the cap on, or right, what I perceive to be the cap of population here. I'm actually quite happy to undershoot my estimated populations on cities, because it gives me space to fill the places up with fountains, or potentially shift something if the spreadsheet doesn't work out. In fact, let's refer to it because any excuse to get back to this. Let's take Erfurt for example. Let's say in Erfurt I struggle to get the space I need to do 390 metal, 690 metal production places. I could drop it down to say 370 and then grab somewhere like Danzig and bump it up by 20. Supposing I had the space in Danzig, but that's why I'm kind of happy to undershoot in places. For example, I know I undershot in Haarlem by like 25 to 50 houses. And that's not even counting going out of bounds, which I want to reiterate I have no intention of doing. I just don't want to. It's a bit ugly. By a bit ugly, I mean it's very ugly. It's also a bit inconsistent. Even if this game is butt ugly with its city construction, doesn't mean I shouldn't try to make it a thing of efficient beauty. He says, making that abomination right there. Yeah, I really think you can get in more than I bargained for here. I don't think me or this game knows what's going on with this building stuff. I like how we effortlessly crush any rocks that get in our way, though. I'm suspicious here. Something can happen here. There we go. Anything here? Nah, game's having none of it. So you can see how mind-numbing this is. This is why I wish I could somehow crowdsource this. Like, I put the save up and I just get people to build up the cities according to specification. But that takes a whole new level of not wanting to play this game. Alright, this place looks nowhere near full. Granted, it still needs 250 more houses. Jesus. Okay, well, I take it all back. There's a lot of filling up to do. And now, with that kind of number in mind, I hope it can all fit. Oh well. Kerthunk. Okay, neither of that worked out. But at least soon, Aarhus will be done, and I'll just be waiting for it to fill up. And it will produce me tons and tons of clay and brick, which will make everything else grow that much faster. But unless I get the grain and the cheese flowing as well, then I run huge risks of people starving. There's also the point where I need to actually keep the flow of those goods going. Because if I don't have sufficient boats to get everything shipped out, then I just run into the same problem in a different place. What a dramatic cloud of smoke. Yeah, we're looking tolerable here. You gotta be careful with any gaps because the AI is incredibly good at finding where you've left spaces to build, and they will build houses or businesses there if they think they can get away with it. What's that? You said the wrong accented A. Look, I can't even read what you've done to that A. You've probably done some weird Odin slang on it. It's all Johnny Foreigner to me. And I hope we're coming along well with this whole housing building situation. Still need 140 or so of them. Probably a touch more. And I am going to really regret saying I'm going to do all this for all 40 cities. This is going to take forever. Well, it's what I signed up for. Can't really complain now, can I? I mean, I can, and I most likely will. But in a sense, I can find a certain peace to doing this. Well, that is definitely not the kind of angle that I'm looking for here. No, I've done some horrible inefficiency there, but I'm going to roll with it. On the grounds that I want this done. Nothing? No space for anything? Well, I can get my statue done. Oh, okay, there we go. We got space for large wells. Those are pretty handy. And they somehow squeeze into these spaces where houses just can't make it. For reasons very much unknown. I mean, I'm glad that they do. It gives me something to do with the space. Better than large statues though, right? I am building wells, right? I hope I am. If they're squares, then I'm going to be very sad. So 521, 580, so I need about 100 houses and 40 businesses. Hope I got the space for that. I really hope I do. Jake, can your patrician die of old age? No, but I hear that your family can. I've never seen it happen, because I've never had a game go on for that long. But I have heard that they can. The amount I've moved them around, I'm surprised they haven't died of horrible diseases by now. But I do have a wife and I do have children, and they play absolutely no role in the game. I mean, they up your reputation in your home city. Anybody who's gotten to the point of marriage should have nothing even resembling issues with their popularity. So it strikes me as very strange that they even have that. This is all well and good with the houses and businesses, but am I really going to have enough space for the other things? Those are, ooh, what's this going on? There we go. Am I going to have space for my... What am I trying to say here? Come on, Jake. Infirmaries and chapels. I'm beginning to doubt that I'm going to have the space for them. Yeah, and I kind of have space. Still need another 40 something of these houses. I barely have enough money left, so I'm gonna have to spacebar my way into some dosh. Fortunately, we make utter buckets of ducats, so it shouldn't be too hard. And the main thing costing me money are all these houses. Building a house is 21. Building one of these is half of that. So there we go, 21 more houses. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh, this will fit in easy. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done, kind of. There we go, that's my 620 houses. I need 40 more businesses now, I just don't know which ones. And that's a problem, actually, because I should wait for these to be completed building before I figure that one out. As for infirmaries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, I need 8 more infirmaries. Unless I built more elsewhere. That doesn't seem like the kind of altruistic thing I would do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can't even see any chapels, but that's someone else's problem. Alright, that's Aehus looking good. Tell me, Aehus, how many building materials do you need? All of them, they say. Well, isn't that really funny? I think the guy that brings building materials from Aehus elsewhere is going to be stopped for a minute. Jake, one thing that at least looks beautiful in the game is the wholly blue map. Yeah, Harlem almost has that going for it, but I did let the AI sneak in at a few points. It's tempting to buy the houses off them, just to have 100% everything, and I may do that when I'm utterly swimming in ducats, but that'll be another time, I think. Good. Aehus just desperate for building materials. And I should be able to automatic my way to victory for most pirate battles now. What I could do is bring a lot of my cogs over to the bring a lot of my hulks to the existing fleets that I have to make them all big enough. Oh, something else that I did was I got all of my ships sorted over in Nashved. So for example, I have my 51 Carvels, my 30 hulks, my 91 cogs, my 26 river cogs, and my 4 Hanseatic cogs. Not to mention my 8 Snickers and my 40 Crayers, all sorted out here so I can just lop them off whenever I need them, to put it as kindly as I can. In addition, I thought I had moved all of my my carts over to Rostock. Okay, so we have the auto guy, and then the other auto guy. I think they're just doing automatic things. And then I have oh, I've got a lot of free trains. That's kind of good. I would actually quite like them sorted out in Rostock for future use. But I can hold off on that for now, because I do not have the materials that I need to make that useful. So thanks, but no thanks, game. I need to spacebar my way to victory. I also need to pay attention to things like no iron over here. Now, is that because we're short on iron? Kind of. But I mean, metal is no big deal so long as my my metal goods production facilities are still handling it well. I mean, what would be concerning are places that say they don't have enough goods. There again, being full is a slight issue though. How do they have so much mead? It's because I produce mead in Bergen and had no idea about it. Do I have a Bergen mead thing? I'm gonna have to name my Berlin guy Beryl, or else I'll get mixed up with Berg. So, can I have a quick look at that? Oh, I do call it Berg. Good. But I only have a meat one, so that tells me I need a mead one. Now I produce like 100 a day, so I better keep that one in mind. So what I do is I say, this is not a big deal. It's not a lot of tonnage, so I can grab a few cogs. So I just go bloop. Oh man, I wonder if I can make this work. So you are the Bergen to Rostock Mead, and I'm gonna grab a name from the ship list, and it's Nadeko. And Berlandes is coming up with that odd name. It's a very simple route. You go from Bergen over to Rostock. You grab the mead. And I mean you grab all the mead. And then in Rostock, you unload all that mead. Simple, right? Well, not so. I want you to... How do I do this? There we go. I mean, I might as well just use my upgraded cogs. It's not like I'm going to use those for battle anymore. Now, it's an 8-day journey, and I produce about 100 a day. So what does that tell you? It means I need a little more than 800 to deal with it. 1,000's pretty good. Can't believe it takes 10 of these cogs to do what half a Carvel can... Oh wait, no, I was looking at sailors. I was doing the wrong thing there. Look at tonnage, Jake. Try to pay a little bit of attention here. Yeah, I thought something about what I was saying didn't make any sense. That should do. Now get to work. And in addition to that, I want the wildcard Thagnus to do his thing, which is not hold 16,000 stockfish on his body. There, just dump that. But instead, go and get that stuff. Curious about Hamburg. Yeah, Hamburg's probably fine. Aarhus to Rostock wood, that's expected. Because they need all those materials themselves pretty much. There we go, grab loads of that, otherwise you're good. Drop it off in Rostock so that I finally have enough mead to throw around the whole Hansa. Jake, did you mod the wagons to have more capacity? Yes, I did. I multiplied their capacity 10 times over. Now you might think, Jake, you dirty cheating git. I also multiplied all their costs by 10, so it costs about as much to make this as it does a Carvel. In fact, let's look at that. One Carvel, yeah, is the same amount to build a wagon, and ooh, diggy. So I don't feel bad for doing that at all. Otherwise I would have had to make 10 times as many, and trust me, it was no fun making that. No fun at all. Rostock's getting kind of full here, which does fill me with a bit of promise when it comes to the grain production. But Rostock isn't even meant to be that big on grain. I already have more grain farms than it's meant to. So I might abduct people here for later. Might, I haven't fully thought it through yet. But I am at least a little concerned that the population is getting a touch high. Hopefully I can cap it though. I need to get that wool used up, so I have no big issue having more weavers than necessary. But looking at it, I'm going to get 200, which is like 1,000 more people, which is probably not enough for the housing capacity that we have. So I spacebarred my way into a bunch of money. Might as well spend some of it. What the heck is this AI? Why must you do these ugly things to me? Just building this so that the AI does not build yet more houses. All rent boys belong to me. Hang on, I got clay pits here, right? Am I meant to produce any clay in Rostock, I ask? Survey says yes. 16 of them. So why do I have 15? Can I just throw one down and then always forget about it? And he says, sure, if you find a space for them, and then I groan. Yeah, I'm really groaning here. There you go. They're moaning about lacking brick anyway. Alright, so that's sorted, right? Then there's Aarhus, which will get these things built eventually. All these people on the inland are starving. Also, the beer does not appear to be flowing enough. I don't have enough here. And I don't think... No, it's not over... It's not flowing out of London or Edinburgh particularly quickly, but I know that they're stocked up in grain. Man, I give these guys a ton of grain, so that's not the problem. Stezvan007 says, dude, your voice is so enjoyable. Well, whatever goats your boat. I love that Visby is so well supplied that they moan for a lack of... Well, they were moaning for a lack of spices. And Aarhus, they are so short on goods. But soon that'll all turn around. And they are working on that cathedral, which is good. I also want to check to make sure that Haarlem is absurdly happy. I am going to murder the sheep production here for a while, since it's so over the top. Yeah, I know we got the squares. Okay, Haarlem is 100% perfecto. Got all the everything we could need. I'm still going to abduct people though. There's no need for all that. In fact, I don't see much of a good reason not to abduct them now. What I can grab is the People Mover Hurricane, which has quite a lot of hulks, which, I mean, I'd rather they didn't, but... Let's see, they're chilling in Stettin. I could move them to Rostock. No, I'll move them to Nestved to get other types of people. People, I mean boats. I mean, I know that I have a lot of these upgraded cogs, and each one's 100 people that I can shift around, so that's good. 3,100 people is nothing to be sniffed at. And I'll go over to Haarlem because those are the people that I want to abduct right now. Jake, the cities do indeed look beautiful. Well, I work on it. Automatic. Good, I didn't lose anything. The game is kind in that boats that are on patrol don't take damage if they win an engagement. And I want to put them all up to 3 hulks each. Some of them are still cogs and some of them are 2, well most of them are 2 hulks. I'd rather there were more. So, Tavern, Haarlem, people, clay pits. Man, it would be a lot easier if I just didn't have these extra clay pits in Haarlem. Haarlem is only meant to have 100, it has 153. I'm going to demolish some, just to make things easier on me. I like it when things are easier on me. Why am I doing this monstrous thing? Well, it's quite simple, probably. The other question is, why do I have so much clay here and nothing that grabs clay to take it elsewhere? I think it's because I needed this clay at a certain point, but now I'm going to actually want it moved. Do I have a Haarlem clay guy? Haarlem to Rostock. Wood, wool, fish, brick. I do have a brick guy. He just barely hauls anything. Like, I mean, 1,500. We produce 300 odd every day, 400 a day. I need a much bigger fleet than that. Yeah, well. We want to bring this number down to 100. So yeah, I said I was done with Haarlem, but what I meant was it could be more perfect. I don't intend on doing this with other cities, I'm just doing it here because I'd overbuilt in the past. But it was necessary because Haarlem was my biggest production of everything. It's my biggest population production, clay production, wood production, my only fish production. It was a necessary evil to have it as we do right now. And I'm only demolishing, as best I can, these 2x4s, because the 2x4 will remain and it'll stop any jiggery-pokery with the roads set up. 9 more to go. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Why does it still say I have 584 businesses? I'm just hoping that number didn't update. I mean, 100 clay pits, 100 sawmills, 217 fish people, and 167 sheep farms. Jake does some maths. These numbers don't add up. 542? Did I delete 8 houses by accident? I mean, that sounds like something I would do. It would be really funny as well. But I mean, I have 100 businesses here. I mean, it would be really funny if that's something I did by accident. I don't get it. Maybe I should build those houses, because now I'm not so sure. Did anybody notice if I tore down some houses? Ah, well. Let's build something else in their stead. And what else is there to build around here? I don't build many squares. They have some strange sense of where they go. And just in case something gets in the way there, I'm gonna smack a small fountain right there, because that'll prevent other things being built. AIs, like I said, they love to find a way to squeeze these things in. And I think that's everything I deleted, dealt with. Still says I have not enough houses. Did I really burn down a whole bunch of them? I don't understand. Maybe I just can't count. Okay, I see the problem. I meant to have 66 clay pits, not 100. So I didn't even tear down enough of them. Wow. I need to be more brutal. That's kind of scary thinking about it. Oh well. All these poor people becoming so jobless. And there's no way I could have that population with that many houses. Just doesn't add up. Oh wait, no, there we go. It's because I don't own all the houses. Right, I never did tear down any houses. Okay, nothing to worry about then. Reading the wrong numbers. Okay, 10 more of these to go and we're done. At least it takes a lot fewer clicks to build than it does to destroy. Okay, I do not like destroying from there. 68. And that should be 66. Next up, Mayor builds squares everywhere. wonder if it's possible to build so many squares that everybody living in the city is a patrician. I doubt it, but it would be interesting. Where do we sleep? They're so jam-packed in here. Okay, good. Now I was talking about this place being perfect, now it's truly perfect.